right, my name is Penny and I'm from Nkwashi and I'm joined right here by a lady who will introduce herself. So let me not go before her and do the introduction. Do you mind telling us who you are?
So my name is Mwape Bwalya.
Okay. And Mwape Bwalya.
Yes.
Do you want me to say Miss?
Miss.
Or just,
Miss.
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 Okay, so Miss Mwape, you are obviously a client with us here at Nkwashi.
Yes.
We want you to tell us how long you've been a client here and also what gets you most excited about Nkwashi.
Oh wow. I've been a client from October 2014. From the time you advertised, was that, well, yeah, from the time the whole housing project started.
Right.
So actually I have two plots with you and then building on one.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm glad that you've mentioned that. You are actually a homeowner officially. I mean, you're right now in the process of building your home.
building one. What excites me about Nkwashi is I feel it's going to be, first of all, it's a younger generation driven. So I feel it's going to be a very modern housing estate.
Right.
I did an interview with somebody last 2-3 months ago about the amenities that are going to be there.
Yeah.
Which is very exciting.
Yeah.
And I like that it's very peaceful there. It's very quiet, and there's view though.
I mean, I've been speaking to you even before our interview, and the one thing you keep mentioning is the serenity and the view.
The drive to it's like, and every time I'm going there, I'm like, I'm coming home. It's peaceful. It's peaceful. The first day we drove, first time actually, I must apologize. It took me a very long time to go there. Last year.
Yeah.
I was with Tamara.
Okay.
When we drove there, I just told her, my goodness, I never want to leave.
I am sold.
I was in love first day. Don't think it will ever change. It feels new every day.
Yeah. All right. So, I mean, there'll be so many people that would be interested to find out from you what the process has been with building a home. You know, so many clients would want to know. Yeah. Okay. What's the process that you've had?
So the process, you guys have been very helpful because we're getting the plans from you. So we have two, I think I was given two options.
Yes.
Yeah. So then so it makes it easier for you to not then have to shop around for whatever design that you want. But you make it easy because then you've already got the architect who does the
construction
for you. The beauty was the gentleman sits with you, and with the outside really you don't have a choice. But with the inside, you can tell him how you want him to modify it to suit you.
Yeah.
So that works. I was very happy that I had to have the chance with him, and so I've been involved from the get-go.
Okay.
So and the beauty was, I think he told me that. Sorry, Nita, just a second. He told me that you tell him the type of client that fits a family or. So he was told it's a single female.
Yes.
So by the time I was sitting with him, I didn't really even have to make a lot of adjustments because he had already had a vision of what a single modern woman would want.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it worked, and then you already have a list of contractors, so I don't have to shop around.
Yes.
Because I'm thinking you've already vetted them, you know how. So I picked the contractor. And we go to work. Okay.
So, I mean, you've mentioned, you're currently working with one of the contractors right here from Nkwashi, which means you don't have to go through the entire process of trying to find something,
To work with John. I didn't.
With John.
And I would say I didn't want that hassle.
Yes.
So when I spoke with you guys and you explained to me that you actually get a contractor, I was comforted.
Yeah.
The fear is I've heard stories and I've had experiences where John, you pay him, he doesn't do the work, he doesn't. So I didn't want that, but you made it easier that there was already a list of contractors I could work with. And I even told him when we signed the contract, I said, if you mess up, they're firing you from.
All right, thank you so much for sharing that part of your experience. Another thing that we'd like to hear from you is what has been your highlights in the things you've enjoyed the most and about the experience building a home at Nkwashi?
First, the highlight has been, I think, first of all, the drive to there, and just the fact that when we got there, my worry was when we were driving there, I was worried there would be no tarmac.
Right.
I was worried about safety. I was worried about accessibility, actually, just to the plot. But then I get there, there's a tarmac. There's
it's safe.
It's safe. I said, okay, well, so that was, first of all, for me, that was what sold me. The highlight has been enjoying the process of picking out, first of all, the design, how I want the walls to, do I want an open plan? Do I want just a highlight of deciding what I want this house to be?
Yeah.
To see, I saw the end, and so the whole design was working with how I wanted to end. So
fantastic.
It's a beautiful experience. I've enjoyed it.
I'm glad. I mean, it's good to see a homeowner, someone building their home, who is not stressed, because so many times.
I am stressed.
But you don't look it. Okay, but you don't look stressed.
No, you know what? I stress a lot about it, but I've got a friend of mine who said to me, enjoy the process. Just relax.
Okay.
You're not always going to have what you want done when you want it done. For instance, like I was telling you, we have to break certain walls today,
right,
and whatnot. And when I was talking to the contractor, for him, it felt, he was saying, I'm telling you this, I think you're going to panic about it. I said, well, if you have to break the wall, break it.
Break it.
Yeah.
Do what you have to do.
Do what you have to do. I've gotten, it's taught me patience, actually. I'm not a very patient person, but because I want it done now, I want it. Yeah. But then it's taught me if I have to do it right, I have to be very patient. I've enjoyed it. It's stressed me. Financially, it's been draining, but I've loved it.
Okay.
I wouldn't trade it.
All right.
Beautiful experience.
And in considering the stress, what do you think are some things that would make it easier for you?
Money.
That was very straight to the point.
Straight to the point.
Money.
I would advise, usually when we get to, I did a lot of consultations with friends who were more advanced in building than I was, and they shared their experiences. They had to cut down on a lot of things.
Yeah.
I remember one of my very good friends, when she was building, got to the tail end, she had to cut off on paying rentals.
Yeah.
So she stayed with me.
Okay.
And I understood at this stage now that she had to cut off those small little expenses.
Right.
So when I started building, the month that I started, I cut off, downgraded from the house I was living into a smaller house, downgraded on. I remember I bought enough groceries to last me a long time, so that every cent that I'm getting, I'm taking
into
towards that. Yeah.
Okay. Now, obviously at Nkwashi, we do give clients updates regarding the construction of their home. What type of updates do you receive? Clients would like to know what sort of updates are you receiving about your home, and how do you receive them?
Well, mostly, I get them from talking to you people. Because I'm in constant communication. The beauty is you're in constant communication with us.
Yes.
So you're telling us this is where we are, this is what's happening. So you're not lost all the time. There has been a lot of, and it's not, I don't want you to grow a big head, but well, you do. You can.
Okay.
You have been your officers have been very open to me. I can call at whatever time when I have a question. And you call me to tell me, okay, this is where we are. We're doing the sewer tanks now. We're doing this now. We're doing this now. So, and you're working with me. That's what I like about it. So it hasn't been a situation where here you are, here is your plot, build, we're out.
Yeah.
You have been there throughout. I can't even explain how amazing it is.
Yeah. Well, that's a great review for us. So thank you so much for the kind words. Now, Nkwashi currently has an application that you can log on to check so many things, construction updates.
The fancy one.
The fancy. When you're trying to get into Nkwashi, you have your QR code that you need to sign in with. There's a whole bunch of things that you can check on the application. Do you use the application? And if you do, why do you use it?
Well, I use it mostly for access into.
So the QR code.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also I show off to people about I'm one of those. It's like we have an app.
We like it. We like it.
But so I check to see what's happening. Well, how, because obviously I want to know how it's going to affect my living there. My main concern really is accessibility and safety. So I check that to see that people just don't get into the housing estate anyhow. And I realize, but it's very helpful. I get I get my questions answered and all of that.
Okay. And do you feel that application represents the vision of Nkwashi?
It does. It does.
Okay. All right. So before we go, I would like for you to just give us some advice for our clients, people who are starting to build, people who are thinking of building on their plots right now.
Well, first of all, start.
Just get started.
Just get started. There's no point in procrastinating. I noticed that a lot of us, even people who, I know some people who already have plots there, the fear is they're waiting for more people. But the more you wait for more people, the more you don't start. Because when I started, there were only the 2 Atlas Mara houses and the other one person. And I said, okay, I don't care. I'm going to come and live here. I know there will be no people, but hey, there's the 2 people there now. So it's if you don't start, you never will.
Yeah.
So there's no point in waiting for there to be another 20 people.
Right.
You are one of the people that makes the 20.
Correct.
So
correct.
Just start.
All right. Yeah. Before we go, what's one of your favorite quotes?
I have many.
You have many.
Just do it.
Just do it. Is that the Nike one?
Yes. Just do it. Just do it. And I learned something recently. Comes from the just do it. Do it, and then you suffer the consequences later. I guess sometimes it's better to ask for forgiveness than ask for permission.
All right, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you, and thank you so much for being that person that said, you know what, I would do it regardless who's there or who isn't. Just do it. All right, so we have been chatting with Miss Bwalya, who is currently a homeowner, but is also in the process of finishing up her home at the Nkwashi site. Thank you one more time, and see you.